Hi, this is Magnolia After Dark, and I'm going to get right to the story. Tammy was a young woman, just recently graduated from high school, was working and thinking about going to college, but hadn't yet. She was dating a boy named William from the local air base. Now, William was quite a proper boy, and Tammy was wanting to explore the more personal side of a relationship. But William kept putting her off. So what does Tammy do? She starts looking around, and she sees another guy on the air base that she likes. And as it turns out, they start dating. Tammy and Martin, her second boyfriend from the air base, have a physical relationship. They date for about 16 months, maybe. She's a nice enough girl. But you know, Martin has ideas of his own, and he's not taking a wife or a would-be wife home with him from the military. Of course, he doesn't tell that to Tammy because girlfriends are hard to find, especially girlfriends with benefits. Martin gets down to the service and heads on home. Tammy gets the message. About 6 months later, she understands that Martin's never going to be asking her to join him. Much to her surprise, William was still available and hanging around. So they take up with each other. And after about another year, they're married. Now it's about 10 years later, and her husband, William, is stationed at an air base way up in North Dakota. But when she's traveling up there, one time without the children, she was on her own. And Tammy just cannot forget Martin. So she called. Turned out Martin was married. He'd gotten married about 3 weeks sooner. She tried to get him to come, to meet him, to get together for a weekend. Just to visit, she said, to catch up. Well, Martin's new wife got wind of what was going on. When Martin says, "You know, Tammy, I don't think my wife would approve of me meeting you alone for a weekend. I don't think it's a good idea." And Martin and his wife thought that was the end of it. But you know, it wasn't the end of it. Come another 30 years. Tammy has now been divorced for 2 years. Her and William had stayed together, had 2 children, a couple of grandchildren, and then William said he had another lover named Frank. Tammy was devastated. One, she never saw the divorce coming, even though they weren't always happy. She thought they were happy enough, but she certainly did not realize that she had been living with a man who favored other men. So after a couple of years, she gets to thinking about Martin again. She's thinking, oh, maybe I'm divorced, maybe he is too. And she searches for him on Facebook. And she finds him. Now, Martin's wife also finds out that the two of them have connected on Facebook. When she finds out that Tammy has come to their city to visit him, and Martin failed to tell her, she just waited. And when she found them together, sitting outside of Tammy's hotel in Martin's car, Martin's wife drove up, took her Desert Eagle, fired 8 rounds into the windshield. There was no doubt that Martin and Tammy were dead. And then she turned it on herself. And that, Magnolia After Dark tonight. I'm sorry that all my stories do not have a happy ending. But this is just a story. I hope you come back again sometime real soon. Bye.